Hello everybody. Let's continue reviewing the power and exponent rules with examples. Power of product rule can be used when you see base of power is a product of two numbers with the same exponent. Then you can reduce the power using just like the distributed property. For example, we have 2 times 3, the power of 3, then you can reduce it by multiplying 2 and 3 first, which become 6 cubed. That's one way. Or another way of doing that is using the distributive property, which gives you expression of that. And they both gives you the same answer, which is 216. Next rule is called the negative exponent rule. And when we see the negative exponent, we can find the reciprocal of the base and distribute the power into the base, just like we use the distributive property from the power of product rule. For example, when we have 2 to the negative first power, that is same as 1/2 to the first power, which is equals to 1/2. When we have fraction as a base and have negative exponent, then we find the reciprocal of the base, which is 3 in this case, and that becomes 3 to the first power, that is equals to 3. Zero exponent rule can be used to simplify powers with exponent value of 0 and it reduced to 1. No matter what base value we have, as long as x value or the base value is not equal to 0, it is always simplified to 1. For example, when we have 2 to the 0th power, which will be equals to 1, when we have 1234 to the 0th power, that'll also be 1. Let's look at this example here. What if we have the base value that is x plus 1 and exponent of 0? Then this value will also be equals to 1 under one condition here, that our base value cannot be equals to 0, which means x plus 1 cannot be equals to 0. You can subtract 1 to the both sides of the equation to solve for x value, which is x cannot be equals to negative 1. So under this condition, the x plus 1 to the 0th power is equals to 1. Again, the key note on this zero exponent is thinking about the condition whether the base of the power is non-zero value. Then you can use this rule. The last exponent rule we'll study today is fractional exponent. Fractional exponent has the exponent value as a fraction, and it changed the number in square root expression. The key note to remember in this fractional exponent is that the denominator value in the fraction goes in front of the square root sign, and numerator value stays with the base. For example, when we are given 2 to the 1/2 power, then you can write that as square root of 2 to the first power, which is square root of 2. That's just square root of 2. You don't need to write the 2 in front of the square root sign. Another example that you can see for this fractional exponent is 3 to the 3/2 power, which again equals to square root of 3 cubed, which is equals to square root of 3 cubed is 27. What if you have a denominator value that is not 2? Then we just have a different root, which means if you have 2 to the power of 1/3, then you can rewrite this using the cube root of 2 to the first power, which is cube root of 2. You don't really have to write this 2 here in front of the square root sign, but you must write all the other numbers. This is the summary of the exponent rules. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.